We've seen many things in our time here on Earth, but these are stories that go far deeper than any of us have ever dared to dig. The following may be disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back, everybody, to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, then now is the time to do it. The year is 200 BCE and the most powerful man in China has died. So rather than risk it, they sealed the entrance with a thick layer of concrete. It would be thousands of years before someone dared to open the tomb. And that person wasn't an archaeologist, but grave robbers. And while there's no evidence to support this, people claim to have experienced strange events while visiting Egyptian tombs. One of the most famous examples was in 1903, when a British archaeologist named Flinders Petrie entered a newly discovered tomb. The walls were covered in hieroglyphics, many of which depicted the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. Could there be a gateway to another dimension? Perhaps, or maybe there's an even scarier explanation. And with each one, we'll inch closer to answering a terrifying question. Why did they build these places? Are they warning us about something? How much longer can we keep them sealed? Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the bell icon. But as soon as they entered, the air grew cold and they heard voices whispering in the darkness. Terrified, they fled and never returned. Now, this may seem like a scary story told to scare children, but there's a reason why some places are never explored. Some believe they were used as dice in ancient gambling games, while others think they were part of a religious ceremony. There's even a theory that they were used to predict earthquakes, but nobody knows for sure. But there's one more story we must tell you about, a mystery that goes deeper than any other. What makes this even stranger is that all the dodecahedrons seem to point towards the same location, Stonehenge. Only those who are pure of heart and mind can find them. But when he tried to return with authorities, he couldn't find the entrance again. With every step we take, we're uncovering new secrets about our past and the civilizations that came before us. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, stay curious. But there are some places that are better left unexplored. Some secrets that are best left buried. Was he imagining things, or is there really a hidden world beneath the surface? We may never know for sure, but the legend of Agracht continues to captivate people all over the world. But what if there's something more to the story? What if Agartha is more than just a myth? There are reports of a glowing blue light that can be seen deep in the mountains, along with strange sounds and whispers on the wind. Could this be evidence of a lost civilization living beneath the surface? This suggests that they were used for astronomical observations or perhaps even timekeeping. But without any records from ancient Rome, we may never know for sure. What if there's something on the other side that we're not ready to see? What if the whispers belonged to ancient spirits guarding the passage? For now, we'll keep exploring the mysteries of our past and uncovering the secrets that lay dormant beneath the surface. Who knows what other wonders we might find? But one thing is certain, it's a brave new world down there and we're just beginning to explore it. Nobody knows what might be lurking in the shadows. But one thing is certain, it's best to leave some mysteries unsolved. If you're enjoying this video, you won't want to miss what we have in store next. It's said to be home to a race of subterranean people who live in peace and harmony. But the legend goes back even further. Some believe that agorists are the descendants of ancient Egyptians who fled persecution by the Roman Empire. They traveled east, eventually settling in the mountains where they built a society that thrived in secret. Over 40 have been found scattered across Europe, mostly in Germany, Italy, and France, dating back to around 700 BC. Each one weighs between 5 and 15 pounds, and they were crafted with incredible precision. Some say the whole lead to a lost city from Atlantis, where an ancient civilization lived before it was destroyed by a massive earthquake. Deep beneath the sands of Egypt lies the Great Sphinx, an ancient monument that has baffled scholars for centuries. But as they began to study it more closely, they noticed something odd. The proportions were off. Its body was that of a lion, but its head was human. And as they continued their investigation, they found a series of tunnels leading deep into the earth. These tunnels were sealed with heavy stones and nobody knew what lay behind them. Many believe it was carved from a single block of limestone and its purpose was to watch over the nearby pyramids. But there's another theory. Some say the Sphinx was actually a doorway to another world, and there are several chambers beneath it that nobody can enter. Others believe it was the entrance to hell itself, which was accidentally opened by the drill. Whatever the truth may be, it's safe to say that some places are better left undisturbed. But while reading the inscriptions, something odd happened. Suddenly the air grew cold and a ghostly figure appeared before him. It was the pharaoh himself, and then just as suddenly, he disappeared. Shortly after that, strange things began to happen. Equipment broke, supplies vanished, and accidents seemed to occur out of nowhere. Petrie and his team were terrified and fled the site as fast as they could. They had heard tales of the riches inside and didn't care about any prophecy. Even today they remain hidden because nobody knows what evils lie within. The temperature rose dramatically and the drill broke through something hard, like rock. But when they pulled it back to the surface, they found nothing. So they tried again, and this time the drill went down even further, traveling 12 kilometers underground. But after drilling so deep, the temperature reached over 180 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. This was impossible. There should have been ice at such a depth, And yet here they were, staring into a fiery abyss. The year is 1969, and two Russian scientists are working at a top-secret research facility. Their names were Vasily and Gita, and they were preparing to drill deep into the Siberian permafrost, hoping to find water that could sustain life. But little did they know, they were about to unleash something from hell itself. But when they finally got inside, they realized the traps were no joke, complete with poisonous darts and pits of spikes. In fact, the place was basically a death trap, and the grave robbers ran for their lives. His name was Qin Shi Huang, and he was the first man to unite the warring states under one banner, creating an empire. He was much like Alexander the Great, except his empire lasted, and because of its longevity it would change the face of the world forever. But all good emperors need a grand tomb, and he wanted his final resting place to be fit for a king. So over 7,000 years ago, work began on a mausoleum that would rival even the pyramids of Giza. And so it did. The emperor's tomb was 3 times the size of the Great Pyramid and filled with riches beyond imagination. As we journey into today's video, things will get dark, very dark. And with that said, let's begin. But there was one problem. You see, when the emperor died, he learned about an old prophecy which foretold that anyone who opened his tomb would die. But this is where things get interesting. You see, the mausoleum was also full of soldiers, not real ones, but terracotta warriors. They were handcrafted to guard the emperor's tomb, and there were hundreds of them. They were placed throughout the burial ground, each one slightly different from the last. These would become known as the Terracotta Army and are considered one of the greatest archaeological finds of all time. However, there's a reason archaeologists don't dig up more stuff. What happens if you disturb a sleeping evil? Just ask those grave robbers. They say one of them died shortly after touching the emperor's bones, while others went mad or suffered from mysterious illnesses. Now this could as early be written off as coincidence. But what about the curse of the Pharaonic Age? Some believe there's a curse placed on those who disturb the dead. Now, this story may sound like a tall tale, but there's a reason why some tombs are sealed. They drilled deeper and deeper until suddenly, without warning, their equipment began to malfunction. The Russians called this hole well to hell, and while it's since been sealed, rumors persist that the government is hiding something from us. As we move forward in this video, we're going to discover more secrets that lay dormant beneath the surface. And with that said, let's continue. When the Sphinx was first discovered, explorers were amazed by its size and grandeur. One day, a group of explorers decided to break through the barriers and see what was on the other side. The Roman dodecahedrons are among the most mysterious artifacts ever discovered, and they are still unexplained to this day. For centuries, scholars have debated their purpose and origin, but no one can agree on an answer. What do you think they could have been used for? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. From the depths of the Siberian wilderness to the heart of the Egyptian desert, we've uncovered some of the most terrifying secrets buried beneath our feet. Deep in the Himalayas, there's a hidden kingdom known as Agartha. It's said that Agartha is protected by a network of tunnels and caves that stretch for miles. One explorer claimed to have found a network of underground cities filled with advanced technology and a race of peaceful people. There are countless mysteries buried beneath our feet, waiting to be discovered. Do you believe in curses? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this journey into the unknown.